Across the country, hundreds of international students have had their visas revoked unexpectedly, including more than a dozen college students right here in Minnesota. So what comes next for these students whose educational futures have become less certain? And that's the question ABC 6 reporter Chandler Jackson has been investigating for us, and he joins us live from the newsroom with more. So Chandler, what can you tell us tonight?
Yeah, Robin, according to some legal experts, as scary as these situations are, these students don't actually have to take any immediate action themselves. Now, that might be easier said than done when it seems like their status can change overnight. Just today, we learned a Winona State University student's records were terminated by ICE without anyone knowing, only discovered during a routine review.
Instead, what we're seeing is universities have to manually go and check all of their international students twice a day to see who is now suddenly disappeared from public record, who's
According to the American Immigration Lawyers Association, though, these actions do not immediately mean a student has to leave the country. They are still allowed to be here and continue to take classes until action is taken directly against them. For example, like what we're seeing in the case of University of Minnesota student Dokkan Ganaiden.
That action may be by ICE initiating deportation proceedings, or that action may be by the schools, terminating their status, making them drop out of classes. Either way, if there's action taken that's adverse to the students, they need to take care of that. They need to consult with an immigration lawyer.
Now, there are options for students to resolve their situation, such as asking the federal government to reinstate their status or taking the issue to federal court themselves. Those processes are often lengthy and costly, though. Robin?
All right, we so appreciate it, Chandler. Well, you mentioned, of course, that there is a U of M student who was taken into custody by ICE just a couple of weeks ago, which we reported on. Has there been any updates in that case since then?
Yes, actually, Ganaiden did appear in court today, where U.S. prosecutors argued for him to remain in jail while his immigration case unfolds. That's because of his 2023 DWI conviction. They say even though no one was hurt in that incident, he still is a danger to the community. On the countering that, Ganaiden's attorney, however, argued his lack of further trouble and cooperation at the time says otherwise. Both sides are waiting for the judge to make their final decision. Meanwhile, Ganaiden remains in custody until then. Robin?
Yeah, so many unanswered questions. Thank you so much.